we're feeding treats, we're gonna go ahead. Here, let me give those for Pixie. Is she done? And try a little bit more. Get Zoe in a second. Harley, you feed off everybody's. Buggy, Buggy, Buggy. I know. As we're feeding treats here. Hi, Bugs. Why is Daddy standing over you? I know, right? Here, you want some? Daddy, get you. There you go, baby. You're so delicate. I know. There you go. So, why is it some days, look, well, some days they try to eat it, and other days they try to bury it. Okay, let's try it that way. Is that better? You're gonna ruin my treat video if you don't eat the treats, baby girl. But at least, okay, Pixie's tearing it up. There you go, Harley. Oh, Bugs. All right, I know you don't like conflict, so they'll let them eat first, and then we'll get you. But while we're looking at this, let's look at Buggy here, guys. I want to do this in reference to the other post we just put up with Harley swimming. And you caught at the tail end of the video, Buggy. It was actually one long video where I did Harley first and then Buggy, but we divided it up into two. And then I found out that the second video, well, we better really custom design that one to make sure we don't show her feet until I'm ready to do this video. So first off, I want to say everybody that commented with concerns, even if you don't know about Buggy, I want to thank you for like, hey, yeah, like you noticed that, that's right. That's however, where I'm not going to apologize. Any comment that I made in return that sounded like it was an asshole comment in return is because you were an asshole the way you presented yourself. So I'm going to do this very quickly, tiny soapbox. Word your comments better. Do not attack me because I will fucking slam you. Okay, that is done. I want to talk about Buggy now. Buggy came to us, and at the very beginning of this video, you're going to see a picture of what she looked like when she first came here. She was skin and, or before she got here, she was skin and bones. And her legs were, one of two stories we've gotten. The original story was that, excuse me, she was beaten and legs purposely broken by the girl who gave her up to the rescuer that was a friend of ours that helped us out. And because of, she was getting beaten, moving back home with her folks, and Buggy got in the way somehow, not knowing how exactly, but Buggy's legs were broken by the guy. Could have been he was attacking her, who knows. Anyway, second story came out later from the girl when she found out, we're following the page, that Buggy was actually, she wasn't home one day, now she's back with the guy, so you can kind of see why that story would change. But anyway, Buggy was apparently at her house, she wasn't home, she was in the second floor, the kids were chasing her, Buggy jumped out the window and went down and landed and broke her front legs. Anyway, as you can see from the original picture, Buggy's legs were literally sideways. Now I'm going to hold her here for a second, guys. Come here, baby. And I want you to see her, okay? And we'll get into the nails in just a second. But we've had 5 surgeries to try to correct this. And you see how tiny her little legs are, okay? Once the corrections, the 5th surgery finally came and she started healing up, her body changed and being a little deformed. And the reason I haven't been posting her so much lately is because she's had a lot of downtime because her legs have reformed in the back. They've deformed to be able to walk on them now. And my orthopedic surgeon is actually very concerned that this could also be a genetic disorder that has nothing to do with the injuries. I know, baby, I love you. I know, sweetheart. Eat your food. That has nothing to do with it. But anyway, it's hard to see. I'm going to hold you up for a second, sweetheart. She's extremely delicate and very protective of her feet. Her back feet have deformed. Her nails have no longer gotten on the ground in any of her feet. These have been fused together where she's lost she's had nerve damage now. Ooh, what is that? Got nerve damage and what do you call it? She's lost ligaments, and you can see this one just flops around there. This is the best we can do after all this anymore, and we're going to be talking amputation. The doctor also was concerned about amputation on the back. I'm terrified of this, guys, okay? Now, what does it have to do with the nails? Absolutely nothing. But because she hi, Pixie, because she can no longer walk properly on them, the nails do not hit the ground anymore. In doing so, the quicks in her nails have gotten so long that we can't cut her nails very short because we'll be cutting into the quicks. So since they don't touch the ground anyway, we're a little bit, very protective of it. And what you look on the surface and seem to think is us being neglectful to her, it's us protecting her. So now that you know this, she's been through all these surgeries, she's been through hell.
And she doesn't like being touched.
And she's very protective and she's very sensitive there. So even though it doesn't seem like she's in pain walking, she does walk very funny, so it can't be completely comfortable. But it's the best she can do at this point, guys. So you're gonna have to tolerate, and I appreciate everybody now knowing this. Everybody please help support us when the asinine, stupid comments come out without knowledge. Okay, it's one thing to be educated on it and know everything, but when you don't have a clue what you're talking about and you do this shit, you just put your foot in your mouth, and honestly, I hope you choke on it when you do. But Anyway, as you can see, look, put your foot down, baby. This foot, when it goes down, see those nails that are so long?
She's like,
You want to play?
About my feet.
Those nails that are so long, they never touch the ground. The quicks are growing out, so we cannot cut them very short. So that's why Buggy looks like this. She looks like a disaster, but she's living her best life that we can give her. As you can see, she's happy. She's not neglected in any other way. She's been up against it. She's lost so many teeth. Yes. We also believe that she's got a little bit too much merle in her. You can tell from her eyes, and that's also a genetic defect. So yeah, there's my baby Buggy, who is, oh my God, so terribly neglected, right, sweetheart? So anyway, I hope that clears everything up for everybody, and I'm sorry for being an asshole, but when you attack me like that, I will come back over the top much harder than you ever could. So let's all respect the page. Let's all respect what we're trying to do here. And you know, make your observations or ask your questions with, the same word, respect. And that's all I ask from everybody. And then look at Zoe. Zoe's into it now.
She found it.
Zoe's got the food now. Hi, Buggy. So anyway, that's what my baby Buggy's story is. Her story's not finished yet, but she's very delicate. And she's not being neglected, I promise you. And by the way, she loves swimming. She's a great swimmer, aren't you, baby? And I think that's actually very therapeutic for her. I wish we actually had a pool. I should have put the pool up this year. So anyway, thank you guys so much. Baby, go eat your food.